Having fought their way through the Orc and Beastmen's blockade, the elves moored on the shores of a large, lush island. Unfortunately, it wasn't Dragon Mist Island. In order to reach the Elemental Forge, they needed to sail through a perilous passage, known to elves as the Strait of Malsini.
Malsini means dark soul.
Thank you, Kente. There were 2 small isles located there, surrounded by treacherous reefs. Even their names were ominous. Shadris and Sorleth. The Night Blade and the Grim Death.
Of course. So that's where the old saying comes from. Between Shadris and Sorleth.
Indeed. The elves agreed to stay on the island for a few days to prepare for their voyage. But they were wrong to assume the island itself did not hide any dangers. As the days passed, Wistloth started to realize some strange apathy was taking hold of his companions. At first, he dismissed it as mere weariness. The journey had been long and arduous, until one night, when Falista, the unicorn, woke him up. The ships were on fire.
Shalassa's great tides! What are you doing?
It's all right, Wistloth. Everything will be fine.
Fine? You've destroyed all our ships! How are we going to leave the island?
Why leave? This place is perfect. There is harmony here.
What about the ritual of solstice and the elemental forge? Danon, what will your father think?
It doesn't feel that important anymore. All is in harmony. Can't you feel it, Wistloth?
The Danon I know is haughty and abrasive and full of spark and determination. And she would never be so familiar with me. What's wrong with you?
If you don't feel the harmony, maybe you don't have a place here, Wistloth. Maybe you should burn too.
If not for Falista's nimble hooves, Wistloth would have been killed by the bewitched mob. Wistloth wasn't alone in avoiding being spellbound. The other sea elves, working to repair the ships, were also spared. The island was covered with thick bushes and beautiful blue flowers. As he stopped to admire them, Whistloth suddenly understood.
Sylvan elves did not eat meat, and must have been eating these succulent flowers. Like poppy tears, the nectar had affected the elves' minds.
They were indeed the reason for Danan's madness. The Sea Elves' regime of algae and seafood had protected them. So how do you get rid of a nefarious plant? You do it the human way. Burn it down.
No! No! Don't burn the flowers! They bring harmony! How dare you!
You'll feel better once you stop eating these plants.
The others saw you as a savior, but I always knew what you truly were. You are not one of us, and only want to lead us astray!
Danan, you are not yourself.
Leading this expedition was my mission! I was chosen for it! I sacrificed everything! It was my purpose! Now that I've found harmony, you want to steal it from me too! I won't let you, even if I have to kill you!
Now, that's just great. As if this island wasn't hostile enough.
You're killing my plants. Do you know how long it took me to cultivate them?
Your plants?
The Lurthil, the grey piece found in the mountains of Igchal. Some among my people consume them to shut down the whispers in the dark. And they grow such beautiful flowers, too. But of course they can be dangerous and addictive. You start losing track of the real world in favor of a world of quiet and tranquility. And once you've experienced that world, you do anything not to leave. While your body and mind in the real world wither away.
This whole island is a trap.
My, you're perceptive. These elves were lucky to have a Shalden among them.
Who are you? What do you want?
Ashbeth is my name, and the powers of the Elemental Forge shall be mine and mine alone, even if that means I have to stop you the old-fashioned way.
How do you feel?
Terrible. I never felt so bad since my coming-of-age party 20 years ago. Look, these last days are a haze. I don't remember everything I've said and done. But I know I've tried to hurt you, and I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. You were under the effect of that lethal Lurthil plant. Fortunately, nothing like the waters of Shalassa to purify one's blood and mind from such poison. But I have to tell you, this was but a trap to prevent us from reaching the forge.
A trap? Who could?
A dark elf. She told me her name was Ashbeth.
Great harmony.
Did she have silver hair?
Yes. Could it be?
There's only one way to be sure.
Please, could it be Danan?
Mother.
Are you sure? I thought your father killed her.
Is that what Sir Gaul told you? That coward couldn't muster the courage to finish me off.
Why are you here, Mother? You nearly killed us.
Melassa sent me a vision of the elemental forge. I have come here to prevent the ritual of solstice from taking place. But I didn't know you had been chosen for the task. I may have misinterpreted Melassa's will. This changes everything.
How so?
Don't you see? Mother and daughter reunited at last. Come with me, sweet girl. There's nothing for you in Irulan. You'll never escape your father's shadow.
For all his shortcomings, my father never tried to poison me or trick me into killing my friends. You're a monster.
Is that the way to talk to your mother? If I can't change your mind with loving words, then I have other means of persuasion! My beloved girl, stay with Mother. All is peaceful here. We could stay together forever.
Ashbith is having a taste of her own medicine. What are your plans for her?
I can't kill her, despite all she's done. I suppose I'm truly my father's daughter. We'll leave her here, among her precious plants.
What if she somehow overcomes the Grey Peace and escapes? Don't you fear she'll come back for you?
That's for the dragon gods to decide. As far as I'm concerned, my mother died a long time ago.
We still have to go through that strait. We lost a lot of time on this island. To reach the other side, we'll have to sail near one of those two reefs. We'll have to decide between Shadris and Sorleth.
I trust your judgment, Navigator. I'll support your choice, whatever it is.
Shadris and Sorleth were not just deadly rocks in the middle of the sea. According to legend, Shadris was populated with ape-like creatures with claws as sharp as knives. Sorleth was meant to be the nest of a gigantic six-headed serpent. The monster's appetite knew no bounds. It fell to Wisloth to decide which legendary peril his crew would face.
Listen. There's no telling what is waiting for us at the Elemental Forge. This might be my last opportunity to say it. So, I apologize.
I told you before, you don't have to.
Wait, listen. I have more. Since the day we've met, the way I've treated you, it was neither fair nor polite. You had every right to turn your back on us. But you stayed.
For what it's worth, I understand what you've been through. Among my crew, it's already been decided that I'll take my father's succession and become the next captain, even if there are other places I would rather be.